So there we go. A beautiful day. Last night it rained, and today it's really warm again. I had to get the fridge going in the trailer to keep everything cold. I thought before I could keep it cold just in the cooler outside, but I had to move everything in. Okay, I just want to show something on the stairs right now. So yesterday I got the first two treads in. Um, I let the glue dry. That was nice and level. And now I've temporarily put that tread in and put a board in there to hold that up. And see at the top of the stairs there, I've got that nosing is just kind of holding it together. And here, I have to put the riser in. I have to do it while the stairs propped up. Unfortunately, the shims that I drove in underneath there, and you can see them underneath there too, kind of went past into where the riser is. So I have to chisel that out. This is my only chance to do that now because stairs are suspended on that riser in there is put in temporarily. I was gonna glue the riser in up there with it level. I got some shims in there to kind of keep it together. However, the only problem is when I go to set it down into the glue and everything, when it's in its final resting spot, if it's out slightly, it might throw me off. So I'm thinking I'm better off to do all the gluing and everything there at once. So if there's any shifting, it can happen, and then I'll fasten it in at the top. So yeah, it's the two stringers, and I don't see any gaps there, so it looked like that bit of mark from the glue. So I don't know. Looks pretty good so far. So I got to get underneath there. So I got I got it in up there. Have it glued in. I thought it was centered better than it was, but I don't know. I guess it's not too bad. There's not a whole lot I can do about it now. It's kind of glued in there. So I'm going to put a couple of nails in from under the bottom of the stringer into some of the studs just to kind of help hold it in place so that I can put the rest of the treads in. See how you fit in here. It's a little narrow. Not anymore. That lines up at the back fine. Other side too. Yep. Lines up here. Yeah, that's pretty good there too. Oh. wonderful when you got to take the it takes a bit to get it in, and then came out really easy. Mix some of my old glue with some of my new glue to make this, I don't know, maybe some safety, but mostly because it was the stuff I had up here was running really slow. Yeah, and now this stuff is running really fast. Yeah, when it runs like that, it's a real pain because it's messy. Fight me for so long, and then gods are against me today. Boy, is this stuff ever runny. Forgot something. Probably had to clamp the front just to make sure that it's nice and tight. I did yesterday. Should be because it went in tight, but watch and I'll go too far forward. Should cut this one back. Okay, that one's in there. That's glue. It sits in a little bit on both sides. In a little bit. Let's see how I can go here. Trim a little bit off there. Trim a little bit off both sides. Plain. A rabbiting plane. By Rally. That's it. Oh, that's not going to work. Bastard. Oh, come on. make a pretty big gluey mess when I do this. But then it's very important that that it's glued in it really strong. So yeah, you gotta try to keep the glue off of any face of any wood. Now I go afterwards and wipe it up with paper towel, clean it up. But if this was being stained, it would be a much bigger issue because the stain doesn't won't absorb through the finish. But because the work turned out kind of nice, it's going to be a clear. I'm using this new finish that I've heard a lot about. There's a German company and a Belgian company that make this sort of glue. I mean, not glue, not varnish. It's a natural product made mostly from wax and some there is some solvent in it to dissolve the wax. They use a lot of carnauba wax. Kind of a little bit more like tung oil, but it tends to dry quicker. And I'm used to using tung oil, and I like it, except for something like stairs, you put on a coat and you have to wait a week before it'll start picking up dust and it get really messy. Like, I mean, you polish it out, but even when you polish it out, it's still a little bit sticky, and it's not very hard. So I follow Black Rock Studio. Guy makes live edge tables and stuff, like really expensive stuff, and he uses the Belgian one, and I've seen other tests side by side, and they kind of tend to I don't know, I guess it's better than just regular varnish or urethane. And for me, it's kind of, I want to put it on and use the stairs right away. It's not like, I mean, this stuff does take a little bit of time to dry. So the idea was I put the first coat on today and then leave, but if I don't have that riser, well, I'm out of luck. So yeah, I use lots of glue. You can see it's kind of coming down like rain. Very messy. Glue all over everything. But you, yeah, all over my hand here. But you can kind of see how it's not just the wedges underneath here that keep the stairs together. It's these seems to be misfiring half the time. Don't know why. I got DeWalt nails for a Metabo. Metabo that you buy at, I I don't even know. I got it online, but they sell them at Lowe's. Lowe's doesn't sell anything else for them. Pretty shitty to sell a nailer and you can't use it because the stupid store doesn't sell nails. Tell you what I think of Lowe's is that it's just a big box store that, I don't know, they're good at ripping off people in a pandemic. Like I talked before about them raising their prices like crazy when there was stuff missing, and I came up north here, these places up here, and they had their stuff. I guess they just had their regular markup on it, and things like it was PVC pipe, and it was like $5 for a PV at both stores up north here. There's a Castle and a Home Hardware. I guess where isn't there a Home Hardware? So I went into town. At part that was $5 here was $12 at both the Home Depot and Lowe's. You can just tell right away. With big companies, they know that there's a shortage. Let's make money. There's a pandemic. Let's make money. Let's screw people over. They're good at that. I don't know. My capitalistic tendencies are, it's not capitalism anymore. It's kind of like corporate welfare. You know, we seem to be running to the government to get bailed out by the taxpayer when there's something wrong there. But when do we get bailed out? And these are the people that decide to cash in on a pandemic when people ought to be pulling together and helping each other out. That's my rant for today, I think. Okay, I'm going to use narrow words for that. And I get glue in my hair. It's gonna fit, yeah. Dog hair, oh, great. A hammer all full of glue. I should have used just the garbage hammer instead of my good one. I don't know. I guess it'll eventually clean up though. Stop this. What a mess. I remember this though when I saw stair guys that done work for me. When they were doing it like I'm doing it, install on site. It was just a big gluey mess. However, it's a staircase. I said before, these things should be built. Nope, that was no good. Great. It was too narrow to go up to the top. So I have some of these where the tips have been cut back, and I hope I haven't ruined that shin. I can use it again. I guess I'll use it on the next one, maybe. Looks like I'll be in the shop working regardless. Wow. Yeah, I always remember when those guys were doing that. There's just glue dripping everywhere. And glue's relatively cheap. And if you're short glue, I gotta go clean up the mess. Nice thing about working with clogs is I can go up the stairs. Oh shoot, I grew from this one here before. Dang. Yeah, take my clogs off and go up the stairs and wipe off the excess glue. That's that one way up there, and that was a real pain to do because it's hard to get a nailer in there. I ended up wedging it across the top. Um, so yeah, once the glue dries, it should be okay. Um, so what I'm up to today is I've got some pieces here for this piece here goes in behind the stairs, right? Goes like behind the riser. It'll get glued into place. That'll help hold the stairs, and then when the boards go in for the floor in front there to cover up that plywood, that riser there will be just kind of jammed in place. I have some boards at home, but I don't know if I want to bring them up yet. And here's the nosing for the landing, and that's the kickboard. I decided to use a solid piece of wood for that. The other thing we've been talking about is taking part of this wall out. Maybe move it back to here. So what that does is leaves this stringer open. So we get air going upstairs easier. After talking with Daniel, even though I got some lines in here from, I was going to use this as the stringer, and I had made marks. I don't know. They're not very easy to see, but once you put some finish on there, it will be. So rather than have it closed like this, I guess we're going to kind of leave it open, and that'll allow heat to get up, rather than just having us closed off to here, and then the landing here, and then going up the stairs. But so anyways, this is the stairs that are in. They're partially nailed onto the side. I still have to do a bit of sanding. I have one nail that came through here and one up there too. This is glued to the floor and also nailed in. So yeah, it's very strange getting used to going downstairs here. The only problem I have is that this space here ended up being a little small. However, if I do take this wall out here, it will make it easier to get above the railing. The only design aspect is here is that railing is 32 inches up off the front nosing of the stringer, or of the tread. And when it comes down past the ceiling, you have to get below the ceiling joist there, or the floor joist up there, and then you have to make a bend in to get it to fasten it. Normally you would fasten it there with 2x2 spindles that are cut at 45 at each end, but Barbara kind of wants to use sticks. So I don't know how that's going to work out. So my next job is to fit these pieces down there, and then I'm done for now. And I got the nosing in, and the front tread. So like I said, that wall is probably going to disappear. And then I'll have to notch back some of that wood there, and then run the pine underneath for probably till about that stud there, or maybe higher. So yeah, that gap there turned out, I fitted it perfectly. There was no gap, and then when you go to nail it in and you got everything full of glue, that's when that sort of thing happens. So yeah, I'm gonna probably do another little video when I get some finish on there. I'll have to sand them and stuff, but for right now the stairs are pretty much installed, other than railing and stuff.